Reverend Al Sharpton gave a eulogy in which he criticized what he called the unanswered questions in the teen's death. And he invoked the history of racist violence in Mississippi, which included the killings of Emmett Till and Medgar Evers.
Based on the history, we got to be able to dig deep. We can't have people in law enforcement saying there was no foul play before an investigation.
So whatever you would do for your children, if they were on that boat on Horn Island on July 4th, we want you to do it for Nolan Wells. Whatever investigation you would give for your children, we want you to do it for Nolan Wells. Whatever
The race hustlers do not rest, ladies and gentlemen. They are working overtime to prove their point, even though they can't prove it, but they're trying to force the point that Nolan Wells, the black male who was tragically drowned out in Horn Island, Mississippi at only 18 years old, they're trying to prove that his white friends, his 3 road dogs, his best buddies, people who he allegedly grew up with, just decided that the evil white racism in their spirit was too much, it was too strong, and it just overwhelmed them. The devil took them over, and they decided that they had to kill their friend. We have to kill him and take him out because we're white. That's how we do. And he's black, and that's how we do them. It's just the way it has to be. That's what these dummies think, and they're desperate. So of course at this young man's funeral today, they are going to always seize any opportunity they can to capitalize off of any tragic black death that they possibly can, as long as they believe that they could spin some sort of race narrative and keep the grift going. Al Sharpton today decided he wanted to offer up $50,000 along with Tyler Perry in order to find a way to prove that there was a murder involved. If there is a indictment, charges, and a conviction, then they'll give money away. Now, we know that this is an empty promise because we know that that's not going to happen. They're not going to charge anyone, much less they're certainly not going to convict anyone, even if they do charge someone, because there's no evidence of anything. And the fact that these idiots are saying anything otherwise is just beyond shameful. Let's go ahead and react to it. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
I'm not only saying we don't want nothing. I want to say right here now, and I'm inspired by who accused us of that I want to put up from National Action Network and me, I want to offer a reward of $50,000 to anybody.
Ben Crump. Let's bear in mind that these people don't know Nolan Wells. They didn't know the family until after Nolan Wells had died. But here they are speaking at his funeral. Like, you guys got to give me a freaking break here. This is a clown show.
I want to put a reward up for $50,000 for anybody that could give the information that will lead to an arrest and a conviction in the case of what happened.
Now, this guy is going to play dumb here and say, well, he didn't say for a murder. Now, if you got arrested, that means you committed a crime. And if you got convicted of something, that means that you were convicted for committing a crime, right? Like the jury found you guilty, you pled guilty, right? So I don't understand what other way we're supposed to look at it besides you're trying to say that that you believe that this was a murder, because lately he's been trying to deny it because people have been calling out his race grift so badly. So he's trying to deny, well, I never said anybody killed him. Well, like, what, do you think somebody killed him? Like, I never said that. That's the type of stupid game that stupid people like Al Sharpton likes to play.
He was not on that island by himself. Somebody saw something and knows something. So I didn't come to make money. I came to give money. Stand up and tell the truth. I just got a text, Christine and Elmer, you know that Tyler Perry said he would pay for the funeral. He must be watching, because he said, I'm going to match you and put up $50,000 more. So we putting up $100,000 for anybody that'll come forward. We just want the truth, that's all.
Guys, well, I mean, they already have a GoFundMe, so they're already getting money. This, in a sense, it almost reminds me of Carmelo Anthony all over again, because the family is seizing the opportunity to make money and grift off of their son's death. Now, I will say I don't consider this family to be as nefarious as the Carmelo Anthony family. Either that or the Anthony family was just completely just inept and incompetent. This family, I don't think, is many negative things, but I do think that getting the Al Sharptons of the world, the Ben Crumps of the world involved, knowing that they don't have a history of great successes as it relates, especially in cases like this. All they do is just get up there and just talk and raise awareness and just keep their grift going constantly. I mean, it's literally their career. I do think that is a big mistake, because, to be honest with you, it makes people take you less seriously. Case in point, this woman, for Tamir Rice, for those of you guys who remember him, this was a young man, 12 years old, who was killed by a white police officer. And the mother has something to say about Ben Crump. I'm going to go ahead and play it for you guys.
But I did not continue to work with Ben Crump. I think we worked together for about 8 or 9 months. I just felt that he was avalanche chasing. He knows that. I say it to his face all the time. Yeah, I told that to him. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, him and Al Sharpton and them, and I just didn't feel that he knew what he was doing. I was getting phone calls from other attorneys stating that he didn't know the law. I wasn't feeling good about it. We just wasn't getting the answers that I wanted or I needed, and I wasn't getting like paperwork when it came to motions being filed or even, contact. Anytime they contact with the prosecutor, I need to know everything was going on with my foot. He was not getting no real justice.
So they were PR advocates, rage baiting.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But there's no output.
There's no
it's
solution.
Just like, there's a face, there's a name, say his name, Tamir Rice, but like when it comes to actually getting justice and suing the city, you had to go get somebody else to do that?
Yeah, I did. Ben Crump wasn't able to do that at the time. My wrongful docket was like 8 or 9 pages long.
With Ben Crump?
Yes. So when my third set of attorneys had got it, it ended up being 138 pages, 139 pages long. So I don't know what Ben Crump was doing. I don't know if he had the skills at the time to even take my case where it needed to be. I wasn't trying to get just hurry up and settle out of court. I really wanted you to go in there and fight. And then, they just say he wasn't a great talker back then. So I just kept getting phone calls about him. All of these folks, and nobody is showing us how to get no indictments. I had to let them know my son he's not a hustle. His death is not a hustle. So I just got a little aggravated because I kept seeing all of these activists doing things in memory of people's children, and we wasn't getting no real justice.
Very unfortunate, guys. I mean, this is how they move. They know full well that they're not going to pony up any money. Both Tyler Perry and Al Sharpton should be freaking ashamed of themselves. If you really bad about it, go ahead and put up $1 million. Okay, go ahead and put that money at risk. They're not even going to do that just in case there's a slim chance that this is actually true. They're putting up this money because they know that nothing's going to happen. They're not going to have to actually give any money away. Notice how Al Sharpton is trying to, this turned into, instead of this being about Nolan Wells' funeral, now this is about saving Al Sharpton's reputation. Well, I'm not just out here grifting because I'm ponying up $50,000 that I'm not going to have to pay, but I'm ponying up $50,000. So please believe me that I'm genuine. You didn't even have to even mention this. You could have just left it at, this is what they think. You don't have to even make some sort of big announcement right then and there. Maybe you announce it later after the funeral or before the funeral. You don't got to do it at the funeral. Now it becomes less about Nolan Wells' remembrance, and now it's about people criticizing you for this. Now the story is, oh, Al Sharpton and Tyler Perry are donating money because they think Nolan Wells was murdered by these white people. Guys, these people are sick in the head. I do hope that this family can go ahead and release these autopsies because, you know, this story doesn't need to continue going on. It's a tragedy for this young man. And, you know, anybody who dies like this, you know, I would hope that this doesn't turn into some sort of crazy big race narrative just because they have white friends. They're talking about the friends are hiding and they're coming after the friends and their parents and all of these ridiculous things. This is freaking pathetic. A bunch of grown people who old, way older than me, talking about we coming after them kids and their parents too. Very sick people in the head, all because of these race hustlers. That's why I speak out against them, is because these people cause real harm. All this crying wolf gets nobody anywhere. All it does is make people not believe a dang gum word that comes out of black people's mouth. Ben Crump would not have been employed if race hustling did not exist. And Al Sharpton is paid to speak at events all the time. I don't know about this particular funeral, right? So he might point out one or two events he speaks at for free, but he gets paid to speak at events all the freaking time. So do not let this race grifter fool you. I paid $50,000. Well, let's see you freaking put up or shut up. If you really was about it, you would have paid the family anyway. You wouldn't have said if there's an indictment and a conviction, or if there's charges brought and a conviction. No, if you was bad about it, you would have just go ahead and give them the money any freaking way. But no, you want to earn money off of this, and you know nothing's going to come of it. All that's going to happen is the second another black person dies and a white person is within like 100 miles of it, you're going to turn around and then drop this family, drop the Wells family, and then move on to that next family. You know it. I know it. Every freaking body knows it. And most importantly, Sharp and Crump know it. But these are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Shout out to my members, patrons, and fellow anomalies, Cyber Noodle, 655, The Great, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, and Pinecone 6. I appreciate you guys every single day.
And Reverend Al and NAACP and leaders show up to say, hold on, we want answers. We want answers because we love our children just like you love your children.
Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals.